Morning, folks. So I got green paint, got black paint, I got some coffee cans. Make some Marten boxes. Get out of here, turkey. Okay, so there's a dozen coffee cans. You want to do this well in advance of the season because of the paint smell. You don't want that paint smell. I've also got 3 bean cans that were, I don't know, chili cans or something like that, and a couple of welding rod cans. So over the years, I've used all sorts of different things for Pine Marten boxes. I've used wooden ones, I've used coffee cans, I've used cardboard boxes. Those work actually really pretty well. I've drilled holes in dead trees and things, just stuffed the bait into those, and there's all sorts of different ways of doing it. But this is one of the setups I kind of like. That's just a coffee can that I painted kind of green and a little bit of splashes of black on it for camouflage. I've got it screwed to this tree, and then this thing, I drilled a couple of holes in there. They're small for wire, and I leave the wire really long. And the reason for that is I can hook my bait to this, pull it up through the top, and then twist it so that my bait is hidden up underneath the coffee can. In Idaho and probably a lot of other states, you can't have exposed bait because you end up with a lot of birds and things. The trap itself, there's a couple of ways of doing this. You can put a leaning pole that comes up like that at an angle and put your trap on top of the pole. What I like to do is drill a couple of holes in here and put some wooden pegs for the trap to sit on. And I'll do that later when I come up here to actually set the trap. But anyhow, that's a simple and a very permanent Marten box. Those coffee cans will last for a long time. There's all sorts of different ways of doing this. I get a kick out of these people that say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong." Because if it works, it ain't wrong. But this is the same setup. I got the wires in the top. I got a coffee can screwed to the tree. But this one, actually it's a bean can, but I left the lid on this one. And what that'll do, besides hiding the bait up inside of the can from birds and things, it forces the marten to come around different directions on top of your trap. And this tree has got some pitch and stuff. Maybe not the best tree to use, but the pitch isn't sticky. It's pretty dry. Anyhow, what I'll do, I'll leave this little twig, and then I'll drill a hole and pound another one in here for the trap to set on. So that forces the critter right through here or right through there where they got to step on the trap. This can lid can be bent in or out to adjust it. It might even end up that I use that lid to support part of the jaw. I can even bend that a little bit at a right angle and set the jaw on top of that lid. So anyway, like I say, there's a million different ways of doing the same job. And I always get a kick out of these folks that say, oh, that's not the right way to do it. Well, you know, I mean, like I say, if it works for you, it's the right way to do it. And you might just stumble onto a much better way of doing something than anybody's ever thought of before. That's how people invent things. Here's another setup with a coffee can or bean can. This one, I left the lid on it also, but it's for a different reason. It's for screwing it on the tree sideways. And again, I got the wire running up through the top, and that'll be for snugging the bait up into that top corner. There's kind of an advantage to this and a disadvantage. I can lay the trap right here inside the can. Makes it really quick and easy. The disadvantage is that birds can see that, and you can't have exposed bait. So that's, as it is right there, it's probably not legal. What I'll have to do when I come up here to set it is I'll take a branch, and once I got everything done, I'll put a branch over the top of this and wire it to that bait wire so it comes out over the top where they can't really see it. And this is a kind of a leaning pole set, they call it. You got this walkway for them, basically. They don't really need it, but it might kind of encourage them a little bit. I used to use a lot more wooden boxes than I do now. This box here, my pole, for some reason, is kind of away from it. But this box here, I've got quite a few out of this, and they still work good. I've got a few left out, but mostly I don't make them out of wood much anymore. They're just too bulky. We want to put some sort of a screen on there so that they can see through it, but they can't get to it from the back side. I just put usually a foothold trap right here. Sometimes I'll put a little conibear over it. That wooden boxes work great also. Hauling them in and out, if you don't have a lot of them to bring in, isn't so bad. But if you got very many of them, they're pretty bulky. It takes up a lot of space on a sled or snowmobile type sled or backpack or something like that. But this one I can drive to it, and it's been a good spot. I've caught quite a few here. And these cans here, these are perfect for marten boxes. They're just the right size. That thing's probably, 14 inches long, 4 inches, 5 inches on the end, and they come with that round opening. What that is it's the boxes, the metal cans that welding rod comes in. Wire that sideways on a tree like that and slide a trap and some bait at the bottom end, and man, those are just great. I wish I had more of these. I've only got 2 of them. But anyway, over the years, like I said, I've used all sorts of different things. Bleach bottles. Cut the bottom off of a bleach bottle, and those actually work pretty well because you can nail them up to a tree, and where the lid screws on at, you can run your wires up through there and pull the bait up into the top and tie it off or put the cap back on. And coffee cans, these things, wooden boxes, the beer boxes work really good. I cut them open, and I don't have any of them with me, but just one end, and you just kind of nail it onto a tree and shoot. It works good. And it's cardboard. You wouldn't think it'd last very long, but it'll last through the season real easy. The other thing I've used is just a chunk of cardboard, and nail your bait to the tree and put a piece of cardboard over it so the bottom end is kind of open. Anything, what you're looking for really is anything that will funnel the marten over your trap or through your trap if it's a conibear. But anyway, that doesn't start until November sometime, so that's a ways off. So, kind of looking forward to this trapping season. The wolves they're going to be hard. This season is going to be pretty much the hardest time there is of the whole winter to get around. So I might not have any luck at all with those, but I got some beaver lined up and Pine Marten and things like that. I don't know. It should be fun. But you never know. Prices aren't looking too good, so I'll just have some good times doing it. Anyway, see you folks. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.